Senator Sullivan before us. Good morning.
Good morning. Nice to see you all. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. For the record, I am Senator Victoria Sullivan. I represent Senate District 18, which includes Manchester wards 5 through 9 and the town of Litchfield. I am here to introduce Senate Bill 418 on behalf of my constituent from Manchester Ward 6. I'm coming before you today regarding an issue that unfortunately gained national attention. You may have heard it referred to as Pickle Gate. The rules adopted by the city of Manchester in regard to pickling made national headlines and shed light on the city's overreach into people's kitchens. One of my constituents was simply making pickles in his kitchen and posted some pictures on Facebook. It sparked the interest of friends and neighbors. One of them offered him money for the pickles, to which Mr. Mowry replied in jest, "Yahoo, a cash customer." About a week later, he received a cease and desist letter from the city health department. No one from the department ever made a phone call to him to inquire about what happened. They just went right for the cease and desist. For the record, he never sold a jar of pickles. He was simply giving them out to friends and family. But this incident raised a lot of concerns about the government overreach into things that have always been a part of the American way of life, like pickling. The national outcry on behalf of the injustice done to Mr. Mowry was enormous. There were memes of Mr. Mowry in a Superman cape holding a pickle. There were memes calling for Manchester to free the pickle. People showed up at City Hall in support of Mr. Mowry and called for the end of Pickle Gate. Besides the ban on pickling, the city held bans for lemonade stands, baked goods, including those for school fundraisers, which resulted in many schools ending these fundraisers or requiring store-bought, individually wrapped items that, as we know, are filled with chemicals, additives, and preservatives. They are often less healthy than homemade baked goods. Also were included in the ban were dry rubs, spices, and repackaging of pasta. To the city's own admission, they did not apply the rules equally and looked the other way on some of these items. Many asked why then were they discriminating against the pickle and the pickle man. Although after enormous pressure from the public and several aldermen from the city recently lifted bans on the above items, the pickles remain outlawed. The state of New Hampshire has recognized and honored the importance of the continuation of the tradition of homesteading. The regulations set forth are reasonable and should be honored throughout the state. Opponents of this bill will make an argument about food safety. Nationally, fresh fruits and vegetables cause more illnesses than homemade pickles. When the Manchester Health Department was asked by Alderman Cantor if he had seen any cases of botulism, he cited the recent instance of contaminated baby formula. But that formula was produced in a highly regulated commercial environment, not by a homesteader. The food industry is one of the most highly regulated, and yet we see national outbreaks of listeria, E. coli, and other foodborne illnesses. There is no regulation that will 100% provide protection all the time. And although the health department is well-meaning, they are in fact overstepping. Mr. Mowry could go to the farmer's market in Hooksett and sell his wares. He is only an outlaw within the Manchester city limits. I thank the committee for your time. On behalf of my constituents, I ask that you give SB 418 an ought-to-pass recommendation out of committee. End Pickle Gate, and ladies and gentlemen, please free the pickle.